Tonight's DJNTV show is sponsored in part by Electro Voice, DJ Event Planner, ADJ, NLFX Professional, Promo Only, Newmark, and DJNTV Insiders.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to DraxBytes. I'm your host. I'm Drax. We're going to be talking tonight about contracts. That's the focus of DraxBytes. Give you business, technology advice in bite-sized nuggets. So this is going to move quickly and fast, and we hope that you'll be able to absorb everything we're going to talk about. If you have any questions, always be sure to put your comments down below. Hit me up on Facebook or at the ADJA or the Photo Booth Association with your questions. We're going to talk a bit about contracts. Contracts are an important aspect of your business. The important part is they're only useful if you enforce them or uphold them uniformly. For example, if you choose to pick and choose how you enforce it, your contract could be overturned in a court of law. What this means is, say for example, you have a contract with a client and they choose to cancel at some point. Well, when they choose to cancel, your answer needs to be, what does the contract say? And you need to enforce and uphold what the contract says, because that's the thing that's going to most quickly benefit you and help you. What that means is you cannot pick and choose what parts of your contract you want to enforce at varying periods of time during your business or during the contract cycle. For example, if someone chooses to break the contract within 30 days of the event, you have terms and conditions for that apply that have to be handled. So you want to be able to do that and think about that. You want to be able to take care of that. You want to be able to look forward in your contract and project when a customer may have an issue and how you remediate it. In contracts, it's clearly simple. Someone breaks your contract, you have to enforce it. If you pick and choose who gets to not pay and who gets to get their money back, you will have a problem upholding that in court when you feel you legitimately have a right to retain the deposit, for example, because the judge will ask, has there ever been a time when you have given back a client their deposit? As soon as you answer yes, you have delegitimized many aspects of your contract. Doesn't mean it gets tossed, but it's a very good thing because you've established a precedent in your business for doing so. Therefore, it now makes the decision less about your contract and more subjective. So now let's talk about that. What that means is someone wants to break your contract. First thing you want to do is something called mitigate their damage. What you want to do is do everything you can to replace that work with another event. Even if it's lower priced, you want to do everything you can to do that, to mitigate their damages, because should it go to court, you'll be able to say, I contacted everyone that contacted me for that date, and I sought to book them. Unfortunately, they were all booked. I did everything I could to mitigate their damage, and that term is real important. The term mitigate their damage means something to the judge, means something in the context of the law. Now, the other aspect that you want to do in keeping the money, you want to another term is earned money. To have it be earned, one of the first things you want to do when someone contracts you is start giving them tons of confidential information, your planners, your forms, your templates, your designs, elements that represent work product to your business. That now makes that money earned. Because let's face it, somebody could break your contract because they found somebody they think that will do the job for less. Well, you now have a right to retain the deposit because you've delivered work product and have earned it. That money is fully earned. So that's what you need to have a good understanding about. These two concepts form the basis of a solid contract. Another is a hold harmless clause. A hold harmless clause means you're only responsible for the things you have control over. You're not responsible for acts of nature. You're not responsible for two guests get in a fight and do anything, you're held harmless for things that are outside the scope of your responsibilities. These three pillars are important aspects of having a great and a solid contract. We can certainly discuss more of this in future, but again, my name is Drax. You put your comments down below. You can reach me at adja.org or thephotoboothassociation.org, either on Facebook or on our websites. But what you want to do is think about these terms. If you have questions, feel free to call 888-723-5776 or 800-421-5761 for the PBA. It's real important that you have a really solid contract. It's also important that your contract is reviewed by a local attorney in your market. One of the benefits of membership in ADJA is you get sample contracts which have been approved by our attorney and have all the key pillars and components. Now, two of the things we talked about tonight, earned income and mitigating damages, are not something that is within your contract. Rather, they are the functionality of how you execute the contract once it's signed. Those things are real important. I would obviously advocate a 50% deposit on any contract that's signed. That definitely helps mitigate the client that wants to cancel and hire a less expensive service provider. So the things you want to do is deliver lots of information to them, lots of product, lots of value, things that become worth something in the mind of the everyday person and certainly in the mind of a judge. Thanks again for joining us tonight for this episode of DraxBytes. Again, leave your comments down below. Very soon we're going to do another Facebook Live event. Until next time, have a great night, work hard on your business, and we'll see you on the rewind.